Year is coming to an end. Black Friday is around the corner. You're trying to get VSTs. Here are my top 5 favorite VSTs and how I use them. I assume you already know FabFilter Bundle. You might already have Omnisphere or Keyscape or Trillion. I want to go a bit more niche. Some of them are kind of mainstream, but I also want to show you how I use them and why they are a staple in my production. So let's get into it. The first plugin I want to show you is called SpectralGate. And this is actually a free plugin. What it does is this here. Bro, it sounds so cool. I've done a whole video on this about this genre Botanica. That's how I found out about this. Because like anything you put this on, it just makes it sound crazy. The second plugin has been my absolute favorite. It is called Shaperbox 3 and it's more popular, like many people know about Shaperbox. But what I used to do was I would just come in here, put it on and click through these presets and that would make it sound pretty cool. Like a digi-evolved version of Grossbeat. But what I started doing actually is using it more on melodies recently and really dialing in every single parameter like by hand, and that way it's super cool. So now the drive is only affecting the low mids. Sometimes I put a second shaper box. Just using Shaperbox gives you so many options to do things. It's easily my favorite VST of the year because I put it on all types of shit. I put it on drums, like sometimes I pull in like drum loops and I just use Shaperbox. We'll just put it on the master and then you can like use a preset, whatever, on the master and you just record what you're playing. Oh, this actually sounded kind of crazy. That gives you like cool little bits that you can use in your beat. See, that gives you like cool little bits that you can use in your beat. Like... like just super cool little bits and pieces. These two already, like, I could make an album with just these two. Recently my friend played trumpet, I put it on trumpet and you can just make shit sound so different. It's really beautiful. Hey, by the way, if you're looking to get any of these VSTs, there's a link in the description. Shout out to Plugin Boutique for sponsoring the video. They got great deals going on. They got all types of VSTs. So if you're looking for VSTs, check them out. And let's continue with the video. The next plugin is the Eventide Harmonizer series. This is like a series of harmonizers. You might have seen this 910 harmonizer used a lot. This is sometimes put on pianos to make them sound like really dark. Let's put it on this 3X oscillator. Let's say we have a very simple drum loop here. That's in space. I got an X, I run away. It's you. And this one is cool, but what I recently found really dope is this H3000 MK2. I love the presets on this. This one is more like a delay, but I use it like all types of ways. I put it on drums a lot. I just go through the presets and put this on drums and just see what happens basically. Like I love this water effect. You can really put this on anything again. Super versatile. I love versatility and plugins. The choruses sound so good too. Yeah, Lovely, lovely plugins. Really nice. Next up is a plugin called Chroma. And this one is basically a little bit like pitch map, like simplified. So basically this plugin is almost like a vocoder in a way, where you can like click notes and then it will only kind of play these frequencies. So now I put it on the drums and listen to what happens to the drum. And I love putting this on sometimes percussive elements, adding delay. Alright, and then let's say adding reverb. Now this is just the drums and Chroma. No. Combine that with like shaper voice. Super duper crazy. Next up is Serato Sampler. And this is basically a sampler, especially great for flipping samples, I guess. You can press buttons and it plays a sample. So what I like about Serato is the find samples option. So let's say you drop a sample in here. What I like to do is press find samples and it automatically finds some chops. Obviously it's cooler to do the chops like manually, but if you just want to find some quick random ideas, this is really cool. And you can just use your keyboard. And you can like pitch up and down. And you can stem separate. So let's say I wouldn't want any drums. I can turn the drums off. So what I like to do is sometimes just take a drum loop and then I just like play the chops over that, which is super fun. So the last plugin is XLN Audio Live. What it does is you can basically put in field recordings that you record, let's say on your phone. Like for example, here I recorded this in Berlin and then I can choose what part I want to use. And then you load that into the plugin and the plugin makes random little chops and makes a drum beat out of it. And you can change the drum beat. So now it gives me all these different drum beats from my little field recording. Wait. And I can sync it to the tempo of the DAW. I can change the density, syncopation, symmetry. I can randomize. For example, this is pretty cool. I can add swing. Almost a New Jack Swing beat already. You can add drums. Yeah, super sick. Here you got some macros that you can change, like the variation, sound variation. This is so sick. And now I have this here as a beat. And I can also take the MIDI file. And that way you just get really cool textures. And then I end up making drum beats like this here. Let me see if I can add this to this drum beat I made. It's being sidechained a lot, but it's pretty cool. Add these chords here. Anyway, you get the idea. Endless creative opportunities. I really like the idea of like taking something that you have in your day, like something like I always do field recordings wherever I go, and just putting them in there is kind of cool. I think they also have like an app that you can put on your phone, and then you can record straight from your phone and it syncs up with the plugin. So super dope. Anyway, these are my top VSTs. I hope you enjoyed them. All you really need to make music is like an instrument, but what I like about these plugins is that they give me kind of like creative happy accidents and like kind of endless inspiration in a way. Like they really enable me to make random stuff that I wouldn't think of myself, you know? And they make me excited to record something and then put it through Shaperbox, you know, or like add a weird sound effect. And I found that I really gravitate to these types of plugins. Because generators, I always like go through generative plugins in like cycles. Like if you want to get some cool generative plugins, Zenology is awesome. I love Expand. I can use one-shots, whatever, but what I like about these plugins is that I could literally record me singing and turn that into something crazy, you know, with just Shaperbox or just Eventide or really any of these plugins. And that's what I love about plugins, you know? Give me all that power. Comment your favorite plugin below. If you're looking to get any of these plugins for Black Friday, click the link in the description. Get them now, get them cheap. And I see you boys and girls on the next video. Peace.